Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. It's another beautiful day in the countryside and it's a sunny day. As you can see, we've just harvested our beans and we are trying to sun dry them. These ones are just fresh from the farm, and if you can see behind me there, those are just the ones that we removed the husk, and now the beans are on the other side. We are just about to also. So we are trying to remove the husk traditionally, and that is how we do it. Traditionally, that's how we beat up the beans, and the real bean seed come out, and the husk will remain. So this is a process that happens in the village. If you're a farmer in the village, then you'll go through all these processes. So I was trying to remove the husk from my beans, and that's how the process is. Normally in the village, during beans removal or beans being harvested from the farm, as a farmer you expect it to be sunny, because when it is not sunny, then the beans will not dry from the farm and they will be all will get rotten because of no sun. You cannot dry them because for you to remove the husk, you have to dry them. They have to be dry so that when you're beating them up with that stick, then the bean seed will spill out and the husk will remain on the other side, so that you have your beans. So as you can see, these ones, the husk, the beans have come out, the husk are on the other side, and these are repeated process like the ones that I'm beating today. Tomorrow I will still air them, sun dry them, then beat them again, because not all the beans will come out today. So these are continuous process. You can do it twice or thrice depending of how the beans were dry. Then after that you continue with the process. It's a repeated process, like that, like that, like that. So before we were beans, this is another bunch of the beans that were harvested, and we were sun drying them. As you can see, we were just sun drying them all over the compound. Some those ones are the ones that spill. They were spilling on the ground, and I was hand picking them and drying them aside. Those ones, the other ones there, and these ones are the ones that we were trying to pluck, but I realized that plucking is a tedious process, so that's why we just decided to air them, all of them, then we will beat them up with a stick. So these are the ones that spill all over in the compound, and I'd had to hand pick them to avoid wastage, because to have farm such that you have beans like these, it's not easy. So we want to try to avoid any wastage that we can have. So these ones spill on the ground. I had to unpick them, and we are drying them there, so they'll just be good beans. So that's what's going on in the compound. The compound is busy, but I'm happy because the sun is there. The sun is there, it is hot, and it's good enough. So these are the ones that we plucked. We thought we could pluck all of them, but due to lack of manpower, we could not do that. So we just managed to pluck a few, as you can see. And during this season, there's lots of work in the countryside, because this is a period where people are harvesting. People are harvesting beans, people are harvesting, at this particular time, beans is the mostly harvested, because if you had planted maize and beans, then it's not, beans will get ready fast before maize. So this is the time where you prepare the beans, take care of them, sun dry them, remove the husk from them. Then they leave room for maize, so that if you have a smaller compound like mine, when maize, you need to clear the preparation of the beans, so that when maize come, then it will find when everything, the space is now clear, because maize also needs sun drying and all that. kind of stuff. So that is what is happening in the countryside, and sometimes it's lots of work. But even if the work is plenty, you don't get discouraged because you see the fruit of your hard work. So that is what happens here, and we continue with the process. All these happening, and at the end of the day we are going to have our beans and we will have food in the house. And that's what makes life in the countryside sometimes like I prefer life in the countryside like to live in the urban setup, because here in the countryside you can have plenty and plenty of things. You can have a lot. You can grow your vegetables. If you try to look around my compound, I have some vegetables. I like, you cannot lack what to eat in the village if you try to work hard, because nobody is going to give you food on a silver platter when you just sit. No. So guys, up to this point, please subscribe to my channel, and there will be more updates on life in the countryside and village living, gardening, farming. All that is lined up for you here, and I'll be trying to also give you ideas on how to use a small space to grow what you eat. So that's what this channel was created, to enlighten people, because I was also enlightened by people. So that's why I'm doing this, to enlighten people so that they can get the best. You can see our beans. We are removing the husk we have removed. So I also, the other one in that bunch, I also need to beat it up so that we remove the husk. This one is done, so I need to beat that one so that we have all of it beaten up and collected well. So that is what is happening here. As you can see, that's what's happening. That's what we have here. So that's what I had lined up for you today, to see how we go through the preparation of preparing our beans. The one, if you're a lover of beans, this is the process. Like here in the village, we just do it manually. It's the process. After that, we are going to do winnowing. We remove all the remaining leaves and all the sticks and all that, until now you'll have your beans ready to be cooked and ready to be eaten. So that is what is happening here in the village. So guys, subscribe to my channel. And sometimes in the village you just wake up in the morning and the day is busy. Like you're just busy, because you cannot just be in the village and you're just, sometimes there is not much work, but there are seasons where there's work to be done in the homestead, and there's also harvesting going on, and you just find it a lot of work. Like you just wake up in the morning and you just have to find, there's something that you have to do. There's something that you must always have to do, especially during this month. This is a month of, we are in the month of June. So during this month of June is where there is plenty of harvesting of beans. Then after we are done with beans, in the end of July, people will start to harvest maize. Then it will be another season of harvesting maize. Then after that, the season continues, another season, plowing, planting. So life in the countryside, but what I like about it is because of when you really go out there to work hard, you will see the fruit of your returns. You will see the fruit of your returns, and that is the good thing about it. So this day was just a busy day, doing all these preparation for the beans and all that we were having. So that is what was happening. So that is what we are doing now. As you can see, continue with the process, all that and all that. So guys, thank you for watching, and thank you for this, and please share this video and subscribe it if you like it. Give it a thumbs up, and see you next time.